Do you still recall when you came up with the title? Was it was it immediately that you thought, well, this is going to be it?
I think as soon as I thought of it, I think someone might have even mentioned it like in a press interview or something as a joke, and I thought, oh, of course, you know, all the connections make sense, especially for my first solo record where I'm breaking off with this whole other project. Killing this old part of myself made a lot of sense.
Is this then a really different part of you that shines through the album?
Well, no, it's not like I decided to change my fucking life and make a solo record, because the songs all come from the same place, and a lot of them would have been Dresden Dolls songs had they not been solo songs, so not really. But on the other hand, I can hear the maturity in it, and so, you know, as you change as a person, you change as a musician, you can't help it.
Is there one song that you say, well, that you couldn't have done 2 years ago with the Dresden Dolls?
Yeah, probably. I think songs like Ampersands and The Point of It All, that are just very even-keeled. I don't think I would have written songs like that 6 or 7 years ago. I would have been afraid.
Why?
Because I really felt like I had to scream to get my point across, you know? And I can hear that when I listen to the old records. It's just like, ah! And, you know...
So now you are more comfort to show yourself, maybe?
Well, without feeling like I have to bash people over the head to get a point across, I think. Ben and I actually talked about that in the studio, just about volume, because he's a huge Elliott Smith fan, and I'm a huge Elliott Smith fan, and Ben knew him, and he said something, I forget exactly what it was. Elliott Smith said something like, anyone who's been through really, really serious pain, especially if they grew up with a lot of yelling, they don't necessarily want to go back there and get their point across by yelling back at the world. And there's a lot of power in speaking quietly. And that's something that I think I had a hard time understanding until recently, in life and in music, you know.
Why? How come? Why now? What was the turning point?
Just really finally learning from experience and being open to doing things a different way. You know, I think it's not like I could look at my life and say, like, July 2006, that's when it happened. But, you know, I meditate a lot, I do a lot of yoga. I've been, you know, looking at my entire experience in the band and in my life. I definitely have been trying to detect the patterns of what works and what doesn't work, and what actually really makes people happy, and what is just a constant cyclical recipe for disaster. And
last question, what makes you happy?
What makes you happy?
I mean, now in music, yeah. Is it good now with Dresden Dolls and with your solo album now?
Yeah, no, things are really good. I think one of the things that's most important in all the art making and the writing and the touring and the life, the whole picture, is just keeping good company and not underestimating the power of just being around good people. You know, you can have total artistic control and be making fantastic stuff and have all the money in the world and be famous, and none of that matters if you're around people who are toxic and negative and, you know, shitty, because that just destroys everything. So I would say it's more key than I ever would have thought, that it almost all distills down to that one thing. You can have all the personal integrity you want, but if you are not around other people who are open, who are kind, you know, who are real, then your life is really not going to be happy. It's not possible.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.